The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The views and
such
opinions
as
expressed
We
in this
Mixed It,
program.
LLC.
We're going live, bro. It's crazy.
On that note, welcome to Thank the Light, the Wheel of Time podcast. We are your true source, the purest light, your companion cast, a warder, if you will, for this journey through all things Wheel of Time. I am Desmond McNeese. I will be your pod mistress, and these are my wolf brothers. You're welcome.
It's just the one wolf brother, actually.
Just the one. You know who you are, Justin? I figured out who you are today. Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
yesterday. Happy birthday.
47?
Yes, sir.
7.
Let me know if the background noise gets to where you can hear it, okay?
I'll let you know. Justin has the distinction of having my most recent ex-girlfriend, my last ex-girlfriend, I think, if this whole marriage thing keeps working out, shares Justin's half birthday. So happy half birthday, Sage.
Yes.
But anyways, I can't believe it's taken us almost 200 episodes to figure out what our nicknames are. But you are the Big Tomato.
Who's the Big Tomato?
You are.
Why?
Because that is the nickname for Sacramento. And everybody in this show refers to everyone.
2 rivers.
They're all 2 rivers.
Oi, Billings.
Oh yeah, what's Spokane? Well, no, because it's always where you're from. So yeah.
Yeah. What's Jeremy's? Manteca? I think that's also, or maybe beets. There's like a sugar beet factory.
They didn't. Oh, there's a sugar beet factory in Billings. Oh, Magic City. I forget that we were called the Magic City.
The Magic City.
Yeah.
Oof, I like that. Hey, Houdini. What are you doing?
So we got and unfortunately Elk Grove doesn't have its own nickname. Only Sacramento did. So we're the
no, Elk Grove has a nickname. It's the Thundering Herd.
Yes.
I was talking with my coworkers today. She was like, yeah, she was like from San Diego or something. She was like, we were the, whatever, Aztecs. I don't care. Something, like that, Bulldogs, maybe. I don't know. She's like, what were you guys? I'm like, oh, the Thundering Herd. She was like, fuck's that. And I go, oh, it was a whole ass elk. She's like, oh, you are country, aren't you? A little bit. That's fine.
A little bit.
Bill Cartwright went there. Fuck you.
Yeah, you guys had quite a list of celebrities from there. I went to the Elk Grove Wikipedia page to study up.
We had some almost pro athletes.
Yeah, you had a couple of pro,
We had a couple. Jason McDonald was a guy who was from my school. He's in the same baseball program. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, that's what I learned moving to California. Like whenever you're living in Montana and you're watching the Olympics, you're like, how come everybody is fucking from California? Like how is our entire nation? And it's like, I don't think this is
because they're rich and you can practice like 10 months a year outside.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's practice
almost every sport.
No matter what sport you have. Yeah. Swimming.
Just a short drive.
You can play whatever sport you want all year long.
Facts.
So okay, as usual, I've been making this threat for 3 weeks now. I'm excited and I'm tired, so we got 1 hour. We'll probably go 90 minutes again, but I just wanted to say that up front in case my tiredness actually does catch up with me, and
I'm going to predict that we get in under 70 for sure. Maybe under an hour. I don't have a lot to say.
I am going to be a huge asshole. Can I
I kind of am too.
The show kind of
John, I love you, but stop giving it 10 out of 10 to this fucking episode.
I kind of got what I wanted in this episode, and I didn't.
And you're mad about it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the entire episode. I'm like, Desmond's going to hate fuck this episode. Jeremy watched it. He'd just kill himself.
Like, they just left half the characters out of it so they could focus. Should be a good thing. Hated it. An awesome.
I found myself going, what's going on with fucking Elaine's tits?
Yeah.
What's going on with Tanchico? Like that's actually it's when it comes to the show, it's a more important storyline because they're actively trying to fuck Rand and get the domination bands. I feel like maybe just touch in, just check in for a second.
Yeah.
We don't need to watch Alana and Maxim fuck. Check in with 90.
Well, I do, but yeah, like the cold open should have been Rand, and then we spend 50 minutes in the 2 rivers, and then the last 5 minutes is setting up for next week. Like,
right. Well, and this was crazy. I was just like, I saw Aaron, I was like, and then I already, but in retrospect, I already like him better than Book
Book
Aaron,
book it.
Aaron
Yeah.
Cockbag. And I was gonna say before I was like just the one wolf, brother, but it was
Yeah.
I will be your sort of violent tinker. He killed the Trolloc. He killed the Trolloc. He was gonna eat. Hey, you want to know what happened to the baby? If Aram didn't kill that Trolloc, that he was gonna eat that.
I was so happy because I know I'm not supposed to like Aram, so I'm waiting for the turn, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna kill that bitch. Shut it up. He's gonna
I was thinking that too. I
like."
was like, oh, he's gonna fucking smother that fucking baby. Shit. And he's gonna die anyway.
But they did a good job. Like, there's definitely a turn coming for Aram because they kept on like because I've loved him up until this episode, but the way they're filming him, they're like, you don't like this guy. Just don't.
Well, and actually, I didn't really get that vibe this episode. You actually really feel for him when, like, his, I guess, grandmother kind of just looks at him like, "You're really gonna eat that fucking disgusting meat?" Yeah, I'm
Oh,
fucking starving, and we've almost died like 4 times. This might be the last meal I get. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You want me to run far? I need some energy.
Oh
So
my
yes,
god. Did you love the snickering from the Aiel when the Tinker said that no one can run faster than them?
that wasn't even snickering. It was like, "Fuck you, you serious?"
But they got him
I mean,
kinda level, right? Like
I like the conversation more about what they would do to him, and
did you see the
well, I
Jack
was like,
post?
the Jack motion, and then
Oh,
that was
I
that.
missed that. I
Means
saw
this means fucking in Aiel because it's fucking wetlanders. Even their
yeah,
shadow runners are soft.
yeah.
That was the most gangster thing I've ever heard in my life. I did write that. I was like, if Bane and Shiad die, I'm gonna fucking riot because
Oh,
I will play fucking whatever, fucking puncture my butthole with your spear with those two. They're fucking
that
badass.
is the first sideshow I want. I want the Bane and Chiad
Bane and
show.
Shiad and Loial.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Let's just get right to it. Really? Really? Like, it's probably not as big of a deal for you. The fact that Loyal's, like, spoiler alert, book spoiler, turn it off. Loyal doesn't die in the books, and he writes epic, like Odyssey and the Iliad tale of Rand and Matt and all of the things that he lives through. And it's like, it is literally like the history of this age. And now he just, I'm hoping he's not dead because there's lots of layers in the ways. So some bridges are above others. So I mean, maybe there's another way gate around there. It's below there or something. I feel like he's dead. And I feel like they must have had to do that because that actor was going to be doing something else or something, or they know they're not getting renewed. So sorry, bro. This certainly felt like a rushed kind of like, well, let's get it to a place where if we get a chance to finish it with a movie or two, we can.
They fucking better not, because if they can replace Matt, they can fucking replace Loyal. Like Loyal, whoever's playing Loyal, you're doing a great job. I hope you're staying around. I think you're still alive. If it's because they don't think
You
they
didn't
can,
see him dead. So,
yeah,
it's like that old fucking like Walking Dead trope. Well, did you see him dead?
yeah,
If you didn't see them getting eaten by the Trollocs, then they may not be.
yeah.
Just saying. Oh, I can't wait to watch the White Cloaks review on this. They're gonna shit all over this episode.
Yeah, is it just was everything just a little askew of what the book did? Like it was
It's
book
no,
it
I mean, it was pretty book accurate.
okay.
It was more about the ways they did stuff just pissed me off. Like okay, you're setting up the choke point in the past. I get it. She collapsed all the bridges. So line of sight channeling, absolutely a thing. They make like siege towers so they can see. A mile is probably about as good as it gets. She is channeling like, I mean, what's your best guess? 5 miles, 10 miles away to drop all those fucking, ice daggers on the Trollocs. It's far. It's fucking far.
Are you sure?
I mean, I don't know. Shit, maybe I'm fucking got a blind eye and I don't judge distance well outside, but it seemed like it was pretty far. Yes, you can see. I get it. It's also computer generated. And how much would you really be able to see from where they're at? Like, okay,
Ye
okay, here's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Think of it like, okay, here's my fucking stupid military brain for whatever reason, because I wasn't in the military. Let's talk about past lives. Let's start a podcast about that. You've already got one. Never mind. All the answers. Let's go. Listen to that. It's
Good.
got a million episodes as well. I know way too much about World War II stuff. Why? I don't know. I played some video games. Anyways, think of it as like a mortar strike, bro.
You hung out with Mark Berlin for 10 hours a day for 10 years.
Mark doesn't know that much about World War II shit. He knows about 70s Vietnam shit.
Ah, okay. All right.
Trust me. and Korea. His dad was a SEAL in like the
But still
squadron or
military,
whatever.
like some of that military
Anyways,
shit
no,
crosses
but the
over.
stuff that like that pops in my head, I remember like playing games and like knowing what letters meant. Like that's a fucking tank. I didn't need to know. It's weird. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that. What I'm saying is, think of it as like a mortar strike or an aerial strike. The accuracy that she had when they're only fucking, let's say generously 100 yards apart, and none of your people
Generously.
got hit with fucking friendly fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. I get
Yeah.
what you're doing. It's a show. Fine. I'm not mad at it. I'm just like, nah.
But if she could see it, if she had line of sight, that would make more sense that she
Right.
could.
Well, it's just reinforcing what Moraine did last year to the Sean Chan chips. Yeah, fish and
Yeah.
chips, mate.
Fish and
Uh,
chips.
no, the Sean Chan. Believe it or not, Des, I am so.
We'll
This
fix
is my
that.
second whiskey after work in like 3 hours. So I'm just saying,
All right.
trying to live better. Trying to live better.
Do it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I still do. I still do. Just kidding.
I don't.
Also kidding.
Kelly's always like.
Am I?
Kelly's always like, I'll just have one or two glasses of wine before bed. I was like, no, have a bottle at 5 p.m. and then pass out by 7. Then you'll get a buzz and all your sleep.
And then you won't have to wake up at 9 and get 2 more.
Yeah. Like
My problem is I'm drinking so much that I get headaches in the middle of the night. That's not.
excess and moderation, people. Excess and moderation.
It's more like stop drinking cheap Canadian rock gut. Um, seriously, because that's what I've been drinking. And then I got like a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and I had one shot, and I was like, cool.
Ow!
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so it's like weed then. The better?
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. You have expensive taste, Jeff. Stop it.
Yeah, you're an old man.
Yeah, I'm allowed, right? I love that Loial knew the maiden hand talk. I don't think he'd like when they were like,
oh, that's
saying
right.
but then they also say that he's a weak piece of shit, basically. And I would never fuck someone such.
That's right.
I mean, was it verbatim? I mean, no,
No.
but I mean,
So hey, my son went to a primarily. My son does not have any hearing deficiencies, but he went to a primarily deaf and hearing impaired preschool. So
I mean, I think that's kind of cool.
it was super
I
duper
think that's
cool
kind of cool.
because they did sign language all the time. So even if they were talking to Cormac, they would do sign language so the other students wouldn't feel left out, like they were telling secrets. But
That's
like
cool.
the first thing you learn about sign language is how much nuance is necessary. Like
You know
there's
what?
a
I can believe
lot.
that.
There's a lot of stuff that's like, if I do this gesture after this
I
gesture,
wouldn't have to spell it out.
yeah, it means one thing. If I do this, and just like pay attention so I don't have to spell out every letter. Get the gist. Get the gist.
Well, and I suppose that makes sense because there's a lot of things in Spanish. You'll say
Yeah.
something and he'll be like the literal translation would be like, I petted the cow, and it's like the like translation that they would say it in the context would be like, you're full of shit. You know what I mean? Like something like that. And you're like, what? So I could totally believe that is. It's funny. There's I have a deaf lady that comes in a couple times a week, and she is the sweetest person in the world. But it stresses me the fuck out for some reason because
Yeah.
she comes in and she wants to ask how I'm doing, and she's taught me how to respond, which is cool.
Oh.
But then she always wants to give a hug, and she's super nice. She's not like weird or gross or anything. It really, and honestly, every time I get the hug, I feel better. I'm gonna cry right now. But like I have so much anxiety when I see her coming in. So man, it's like I don't understand why. I think because I'm uncomfortable with hugs.
Oh, everybody! If you see Justin out of the street,
I literally feel like that is a thing in my life at this point because if people who like, you were from the bar business, love you, bro. I love you. People be saying that shit, and I'm like, cool, bro. Have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't, man.
I guess you were part. I was like, we hugged all the time, but I guess you and I really didn't.
You're my boy. We would hug all the time. That's different. I mean, like we'll do like the coworker thing.
I just figured you got caught.
You see all the time.
I just figured that you got caught up in all those hugs too. But now that I think about it, it makes sense that we hugged because we were boys. But all right, everyone, give Justin hugs.
Not a big hugger, especially now. My poor children. I hugged them, but whether they wanted it or not, another question.
Not after their 14th birthday.
Gross, dude. Come
on. It's gonna be so weird having. Oh my god, I'm so not looking forward to having a house full of 14-year-old boys and girls.
No, I'm glad it was over. We didn't have that hard of a time. Our kids were pretty good. I'm gonna have to like fucking play.
Oh, now you're me. There you go.
Yeah, my bad. It muted me because I lost that earbud. So
change it.
Because of course I didn't put them on the charger because I'm dumb.
So let's go back to the top before we get too far into this episode. Arambe. Oh, it was interesting that they did the Bane and Chiad called the Tinkers the Lost One.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's a thing. Do they call each other Lost Ones? Like, do the Tinkers think that the Aiel is the Lost Ones?
I kind of think it goes both ways. I don't think you ever hear it's like the Tinkers are too polite to say it, but I kind of
Yeah,
think, yeah,
yeah.
basically. I mean, my thing about that Tinker thing too, it's like he killed a Trolloc, dude. Like it wasn't like he even killed like a dark friend person. He killed a Trolloc.
Yeah. I
But I guess, they kind of are just reinforcing that, like, I mean, in that sense, it's so subtle, but great, decent writing for people who aren't too dumb to catch it, like myself. I barely caught it. The fact that they didn't want to eat the meat of an animal,
yeah.
and it's just like they're kind of saying, it's just like it'd be the same as like killing a deer. It's like if the deer was trying to eat you, would it be the same? I
Well,
don't think so. I don't know.
and and they're being hardcore about it too. They took the meat out of the stew,
Yeah, but I
but
mean,
the fact that it's
you're a
stewed.
cook.
Oh,
You're a
yeah,
cook.
trust me.
That's only what you do to people that you hate. Oh, I'm vegan. I'm allergic to fucking,
My grandma
mushrooms.
was
Oh my God.
my grandma tried to be nice to my girlfriend once, and she made this like this beef pie, but she made one pie, and she just put all the beef on half the pie, and so it's like the other side is just soaked in beef juice. It's like,
Hey,
uh,
what do they say in Texas when it's like they mean "fuck you"? Bless your heart.
bless, oh, bless your heart.
Because honestly, she was trying though, and it's just
Yeah,
like the fact that like those are the people that put some people in power right now. I'm just saying.
everybody, eat your protein. I would say eat your
Mhm.
meat. I think you should eat your meat. That's the best way to get your protein. If you're not eating your meat, you got to work even harder to get all your protein.
Yes, you do.
It's fine.
That's why I eat meat.
Meat is
Well,
so
and like another kind of like, oh, Alana's recruiting, and then oh, you can channel, and all of a sudden she's, don't you want to learn how to use your power? And then she can conjure some crazy shield. I mean, okay.
yeah.
Like I felt like they kind of gave us a little bit of time lapse in the two rivers because they had built towers and all of the spikes and that. So I feel like
Yeah, and, like, the White Cloaks supposedly have, like I don't understand what the fuck the White Cloaks are doing here, because they could lock down the 2 rivers like a maximum security prison, but
it's true.
they're like, "Hey, you guys are under our thumbs, but we'll be back in 3 days, so don't try nothing."
It's
It's
like a
like,
classic Bond trope, You're like,
it's like
the fuck?
it's like a
What are we
it's like
doing here?
yeah, and I don't yeah, I just the whole and maybe that's me too, because even you talking about when she rains down the icicles, like I can't get my spatial awareness figured out of like I know the Two Rivers is quite a hike, but I didn't imagine it in the middle of fucking no, and it got smaller this time too. Like I kept thinking going into this episode, knowing we were going to see a lot of the Two Rivers. I'm like, I think I keep thinking that the Two Rivers is this like town of 20, and it's got to be a decent city. I mean, all these kids are growing up and marrying each other. Like no one's marrying outside of the Two Rivers, so there's got to be a couple.
Right.
There's got to be a couple bloodlines flowing to keep these kids
Yeah.
separated. And then I saw it today, and I'm like, I mean, I guess they're all farmers out. They all have their own acreage out on the outskirts. But
Right. You probably have a couple hundred people who live in town max, and then you have
oh, I
people in the surrounding areas, basically, I'd say.
and a couple hundred, like that seems really high
Yeah, that
for
seems generous, right? Well, they
yeah.
did a good job of making it feel really full, in that sense. Like it really did. Like it made it feel like the battle scenes were up. They were very shot well. They were up front, and like, it felt very chaotic and stuff, but you can still like they did like 40 really good Trollocs and just,
Yeah.
kept recycling them.
Oh, and
I
the
did
an
like the blending. I thought the blending of the special effects in the Trollocs were pretty good. There was a few moments where it was, but like for the most part, it was okay. I don't know if I love the kind of like lichen mouth that comes out, but
yeah, I didn't like the fully animated Trollocs for sure.
yeah, they
Like
weren't great. But I mean, it wasn't. I've seen work from the show,
I don't,
so
why? Why? Like I don't
I feel like the sets they had to build and the places they had to build them cost.
but you have Trollocs. You can shoot around those scenes. Like I know it's hard. And if they were all animated, fine. Fucking go nuts. Like fight cartoons. I don't care. But you obviously have like you said, you obviously have 40 good Trolloc costumes. Like put some
At
more
least, right?
Yeah, put some more horns on one, shoot it at close angles, and
I'm kind of mad that I've seen them in makeup and stuff, but I still haven't managed to catch a bird-beaked Trolloc yet.
okay, Justin, I'm sorry. I do see it now. I was trying to convince myself that she was spinning those weaves closer to the actual damage, but no, you're right. That's way for
It's
her to
pretty
not
far away, right?
catch any Two Rivers folk by
Well,
accident.
and I mean, in that sense, they did a good job showing the strain that she was putting on the other channelers by because she, think about, and I almost feel like they did this to kind of like retcon's not the right word, right? Because they didn't really fix anything, but they were just reinforcing that like the ending of season one, like see we're linking, see look how much she's stressing these little girls and look how much she's stressing this person that really doesn't know how to channel but just has raw power. Like they did a good job of conveying that, but even linked with four Aes Sedai, even if they're immensely naturally powerful, that's a fucking stretch. We're talking fucking what, 15 miles?
Yeah, and the distance doesn't bother me, but yeah, her miss, and that's something where they could have even
That's
fixed it.
another thing they're doing to reinforce something that they already did that people didn't
Oh,
like.
right, right.
It's like there people were all mad about Moraine channeling at the Shan ships and why was she able to kill them? It's like, well, to her, it's a direct threat to her entire world because they're trying to kill the Dragon Reborn. That's not hard for me to wrap my head around. That she's channeling 5 miles at some ships, a little bit harder because she didn't have a Angriel. She was just her. She was just doing herself, and that was like a good couple of miles. And still, it's like if you just want to do like a finger thread weave of balefire 6 miles, like that's gonna cost some power, but like it's a good weapon of choice because it's you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. The way she's trying to like blow up those ships that far away, the amount of power that it would require is a fucking lot.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were linked in this episode, it's like okay, I can buy it. Don't love it, still can buy it. Moraine, it's like, okay, I get you're strong. Doing a little too much, girl.
Well, and they keep talking about powerful, and Egwene is the most powerful Aes Sedai they've seen in thousands of years. They talk about it all the time. I haven't been able to see anything
That
that,
says that Egwene is just so powerful.
or yeah, or that someone else is weak with the power.
Like even Nynaeve has done some shit that's like, oh, everybody's like freaked out about when she healed everybody in the cave and stuff like that. It's like, oh, but that was something I saw just like being on Twitter for like 10 minutes while I was kind of killing time. Someone's like, so we've officially seen Matt Sisters, and I think it's Days Conger channel more than Nynaeve, and like she has done fucking fuck all. And we did see her smile last episode, albeit under like she had to be compulsed to smile by
Yeah,
Mogadin.
yeah. She had to drink all
Um,
night with Elena, and
Boy,
then
I feel like my opinion of this season really took a turn. Actually, I'm super bummed. Well, I didn't hate it. There was some stuff that really fucking went, oh, come on. Because you got some good stuff. Like you get to see the two rivers bows. Like that's a thing. Like everybody's like, you can't pull that bow back. And then like a 10-year-old's like, brr, I shot bullseyes. I shot a
yeah.
goose out of the air on the fly. Did you? I thought Loial was thirsty at first, and then I realized that he's tricking them to be like, okay, you can go now. They were setting up his death the whole episode, so I think he might actually be dead. I hope he's not. I think it's one of those things they leave it ambiguous, so if they do get a fourth season, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Why? Oh, this is a
I'm pretty
scene.
pissed about it, actually. I'm trying not to, but I'm pretty about it. Because I was calling it. I was like, he's gonna break the fucking bridge so that they can't get across. And then I saw him hitting it, and I'm like, he's gonna fall. And I'm fucking not happy about it. I'm like, just
Yeah.
step back when it starts to fall, you asshole.
Well, and what could happen is if he finds a different way out, he could unlock the secret that is going to propel the show their ability to trap. Like instead of traveling, maybe they find a new way through the waves that's much more secure and easier to handle. And maybe
Oh,
that
you guys went to the Manetheren A way gate. You should have went to the Manetheren B way gate. That one's safe. Don't
ex-
trip. Loyal
so
really fell like 20 feet onto the next platform, and he's like, I'm good.
here's what pissed me off. It is such a waste of time to okay, it was a cute scene. Like this is one of those scenes where it's like, Rafe, you just wanted to do this. You just wanted to be cute and do this, and we don't fucking have time for your cuteness anymore. We got to stick this thing. For him to trick them into playing Maiden's Kiss so he could unattach from their bond, only for them to immediately figure out how to reestablish that bond. You just wasted 4.5 minutes, and we're right back where we started.
Well, and while that is annoying as fuck, that is the way of the Aiel's thinking. It's redundant as fuck and annoying, but we don't need 4 minutes of it.
If they
Oh, it's like you said, he always is trying to be too fucking cute. And he's like, well, look what I put in here with this little nuance. That's great, dude. But you know what? The people who are show only people won't fucking get it. Or if they
yeah,
do, they really won't get the full meaning of it, like someone who read the books. And even someone who read the books, it's like, I was just like, I just laughed because I was like, really? Like for half a second, I'm like, well, that's good. It's showing some of how stupid G Toe is and how fucking bass backwards it is and how dumb it is to like the way
yeah.
they do it. Like, and then I'm also like, this is a TV show and we have limited minutes. Why the fuck are we doing this?
I would have been more satisfied if they just would have had a threesome for 4.5 minutes. I would have been like, all right,
Seriously,
you know
like
what? You're
Skin and Mac
going
style. Throw some like mm, 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 mm,
like you're going
mm,
into
mm,
battle.
mm, mm, mm.
Loial is probably an 80-year-old virgin. Like, let's go.
Bro, you just nailed the recast for next season. Steve Carell.
He's a pretty hairy Trolloc.
That guy is Harry. He could, you know what? He could pull it off.
He could be my Trolloc. Oh my god, I don't.
Loyal isn't a Trolloc, dude.
Oh, sorry,
Dude, you're
sorry.
fucking being super racist right now. Super fantasy right now.
Well,
Like,
you're
don't.
tall. You're taller than me too, so I always think you're a Trolloc.
Especially with my fucking horns and my teeth. Fucking listen to my wife. You'd think I had them both.
Oh,
Cut that out, bro. Just cut that out. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Like family matters. Wrong show. Full House. My bad.
so you choose, Justin. Is Matt a sheep tutor or a bladder blower?
He's definitely a sheep tutor.
That's who I was supposed to be. Hi, my name is Desmond. I will be your sheep tutings tonight. Oh, I love
That
that
was
his
pretty funny.
sisters were clowning him. That was so great.
I'm like, how funny that his sisters think it is. You know what I think is funny is how funny Alana thinks it is that two little girls burned. Okay, I don't want to get into this too much. The colorism on the show, I haven't thought about it too much, but I have been lately. And you put one black guy in shackles with a bunch of white dudes and let him off. You burned another one with a couple of white girls. I'm just, I don't think they're it's not on purpose. And I think, they have casted a lot of people in color in a book series that weren't always super clear about what people look like. They would have certain characteristics, but they wouldn't really go into skin tone a whole lot, unless it was like the sea folk were dark because they were in the sun all. So maybe kill him another way. Fucking just blow him to fucking pieces or something, but maybe don't burn him.
Can a brother get stabbed?
I mean, like, did one of them channeling some sort of a rope and the other one channeling the fire not want any of that? Or like, oh my God. While I was super satisfied that he died, I was still kind of like, man, maybe could he got killed by a Trolloc? Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe got killed by the other black villain, Hayden Fane. I don't care. But I mean, and then Alana just kind of laughing like a serial killer about it. I mean, I get she's got a, stake for her
Oh,
chest, but
you know what? Well, you know why Child Valda had to. Do you know why Child Valda had to burn?
because Matt's mom.
No. Well, yeah, that
Well,
and
they
all.
said for mother.
Well, but we saw him burn like at least three Aes Sedai. Like that's his thing is burning
No,
witches.
I know. I understand why they did it, but
But that's an okay thing within like no matter what color you are, if you kill people by
no.
burning them,
And you
you
know
have to
what,
die by
Desmond?
burning. And I know
I
you're
agree
I know
100%.
I know you're joking, but I also just like well, I don't know. I don't want to say that you're making a
I
big
feel
deal,
like it's fair, but
but
also I can see why some people who are really, really sensitive to those types of things, especially in media, would be like, I mean, they pointed out that Mogadin's buddy that got the like last week was also
yeah.
not pale. And so, I mean, there's so many different races and colors. Like people got to die. If they had to cast white people to die so that it would feel fairer, I feel like that's doing a little bit of a disservice. I'm sure that's probably terrible
Well,
coming
they,
from
they
a
made all the
middle-aged white guy, but
they made all the white people omnisexual, so you can't kill them.
the biggest bad guys in the book are mostly white. Kill them. We saw a lot of them die this episode. You know, like I get it. It's more main character based. I
Yeah.
get it. Fucking, but good. Even Valdo's a fuck. I'm glad he died.
Is Alana has Alana officially outlived her book life?
No,
She's supposed to be
no,
dead,
she
right?
makes it till like the basically the very end before she gets dead. And
Oh,
like
okay.
fucking Alana barely a scratch to die. Like Jesus, I gotta attribute that one to Lauren. I saw a post of his, but it's like she has been a fucking pincushion this whole season, and she's obviously the girls must have healed her once they figured out how to get mad enough to channel it even Valda because she's fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so it was off screen, if you will. We did get a thank the light.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, when he's talking about the figs and then he didn't give it to her. But then he gave it to her.
Oh, I was too busy getting my pants off because I wanted to be part of that threesome. I knew once he ate that fig, it was on, and
She's
I just
like, baby bird me that fig, Big
oh
Bella.
my god, those 2, that was pretty hot just to, like, because those guys have had such a rough couple episodes. I kinda
Yeah.
like that they were just like I loved it too when she's like, "Don't you like it when I'm rough with you?" And he's like, "No, the other guy." Like
I know.
like, I'm gonna like, obviously, it sounds like this guy just sat in the corner and ate sandwiches while they fucked all the time. Because like, she has been
Fucking Wetlanders.
'cause they made it out like a threesome, but once that dude went away, she was like, I don't know."
No, I don't like white boys. Pinito, so sorry.
No cucky, no fucky.
No ticket.
No ticket.
A few things that I did really like. You get some, but again, it's the writing on the show either fucking bashes you over the head or spoon feeds it so much. You get a couple nods to parents hearing how good it is. He's like, if you want to sneak
Yeah.
up on people, like fucking take your knives out. I was like, no one can hear knives rustling against fucking leather. That you know, like okay, stuff like that. But it's very subtle, and you're just like, oh, she's got a lot of knives, is what you think more than he's got good hearing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But again, like only book reader people would get it, or or if you're really, really into it and you're watching every video that on YouTube and trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
him wanting to send her away is a little bookish. Like she comes back with White Cloaks in the book. We'll get to that after the season if we keep going on the books. He sends her away, and instead of sending her away, she goes and gets a half an army from one of the other kind of towns that is in the Two Rivers, because the Two Rivers is a region and Eamon's Field is their village, and there's a village called Terran Ferry where Moraine sunk the ferry, and then there's a place called like Devon Ride, I think, that is south. But so she goes and gets people and White Cloaks from there as like reinforcements to save them.
Yeah, I always forget that the 2 rivers is the Bay Area, and then within the Bay Area,
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
you got
You get a little further in, and there's Sacramento's, Maryland.
yeah, then you get to
Just a
Elk
shitty
Grove.
city. Um,
Then you cross the spine at Tahoe.
yeah, exactly. Hit the waist in Nevada. It's terrible.
Oh, no, the waste is definitely south. Oh, yeah, I guess that's
Uh,
Nevada.
yeah, whatever. East, spine of the world. Doesn't matter. We'll make it fit our narrative like everyone else on the internet. Yeah, dude, no one can run as fast as the two of them. They're like, what? Fuck out of here.
I feel like at this point, they're
But that's
probably
kind of like a double entendre because it's like nobody's a bigger pussy than Tuatha, and then they're like, we're bigger pussies. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like you don't know what you're saying. Just shut the fuck up.
yeah. Well,
Bless your heart.
I feel like the Tuathon are such fucking like so like wouldn't running be a form of fighting? Like isn't that is it, I mean, fighting is a way of survival, and all running is a different way of survival. So
A non-violent form of survival.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Enough
Well
said. Let's move
well
on.
well
That's just
I
good radio.
I don't get the sense that Tuathon ever run. Like they could walk for days. Like I would not want to get in a hike off with a tinker. But in
Yeah, I feel like they just bow down and take it like a circus. They're like, fuck it. This is the cards I was dealt. Just chop my fucking head off. I'm done.
yeah, yeah. But if you got an all out sprint, I don't think they'd last more than a mile.
So there's definitely some seeds sown into this to if we do get to go further. One of them that I noticed a name, Sheane, at the Waygate. I gotta look this up. I believe Sheane is Demandred, who is a Forsaken that comes in at the very end of the show, kind of like a romantic ventress to Count Dooku. She's definitely kind of like, from a certain point of view, she just believes that he's the chosen one that's meant to kill the dragon and then rule in the Dark One's name and make everything better or whatever. But they dropped her name, and I believe she's connected to Demandred. So maybe the last Forsaken that we haven't heard about, if we get more seasons, will be Demandred. That would be interesting because
Oh
he
yeah.
got kind of pushed back in the show because he was supposed to be another character and everybody kind of figured it out. So he changed it, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. Yeah, I have a note. Fucking Wetlanders. Let's see. Oh, Lord Luke. Small parts in this. He's who shot a lamb.
Oh,
Guaranteed. It's not book canon. But the way he starts showing up, people start catching shit. He can kind of step in and out of the world of dreams if it is this character. I'm going by book canon on that. What I'm predicting, he can jump in and out of the world of dreams, and he's basically two souls in one body. And when he's in the world of dreams, he is someone who is related to Lan, who was a dark friend. And Lord Luke is actually related to Rand, and the on his mother's side, he's an uncle. I think he is the brother of his mother before she took off to the waste. And they're like kind of combined in this like dark friend type person that's something other than a dark friend, not quite a channeler, but very powerful in the world of dreams. Similar to, there are some Aiel dreamwalkers who can't channel, but they're really powerful in the world of dreams. He's like that. Perrin can't channel. He's super powerful in the world of dreams. He's kind of a wolf brother type. Think of him that way. He's not a wolf brother, but think of him that way. That's more set up.
who?
Lord Luke, he was with Aiel, he was with Dane. He shows up and he's like, "What Trollocs? I just came through there."
Okay, because
They're like, they
I can only picture Dane. I don't know. Was Luke in this episode?
twice.
I don't.
Just kind of a fucking plain Jane, kind of blonde haired dude with a fuzzy little dickhead mustache.
Oh, you mean a white?
Um, yeah, basically. I mean, he's with them.
Yeah.
But and it was cool that you got to see Loial kind of wreck shop and see how strong he was. I still am just not happy about that. I get it. He's not like the most important character. There's in the long run.
He's not dead. Period.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
I think it's I think it's gonna hopefully drum up interest, make people excited for a season 4 to see what happens to Loial, because I'm sure he's a fan favorite for a lot of and I really think that whatever he discovers in there is gonna be it's gonna be.
Well, I think that's why it's kind of ambiguous. You get a 4th season, you get to do some cool stuff, and if not, then what happens.
Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, they might figure out how to combine some kind of traveling and this and that. And also maybe he comes out in maybe in the basement. That's where all the secret doors to the steadings are,
I mean, wouldn't put anything past Rafe at this point.
And it could be if Rafe gets, maybe they say we got one more season, they're gonna need the Ogiers to fight.
They're gonna need some fast travel for sure.
And they're gonna need some fucking monsters to fight with them. So they're gonna get
and the Ogier, that was one of the things that we do get the Ogier to fight finally towards the end of the books. It is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty epic for sure. And let's talk about Pod and Fane. I feel like one of the good things about this episode, even though he wasn't in it a ton, got to really kind of, power up his villainism, having basically getting the White Cloaks to sneak them in the gate and then turning on them immediately. Good. The stuff between him and Perrin was good. I wish he would have just fucking killed them, but I get it's a TV show. Another thing that I feel like they've sowed the seeds for in the next season to be, going forward to be bigger. And also, if he doesn't, everybody's gonna die.
How long does Pod and Fane last in the book?
To the very end.
To the very end.
He dies in the last battle.
Does he have
epically?
Does he have who answers? Do the Forsaken answer to him, or does he answer to the Forsaken?
He answers to the Forsaken, except for when he tells him to fuck off and does what he wants.
Okay,
he goes real fucking rogue a lot, because the more he goes through, the stronger he becomes. He becomes something else entirely. Once he at a certain point in the books, he just keeps getting more insane. He was Ishmael's henchman. Ishmael did some shit to him. The Dark One did some shit to him. So he just is like, I wish I had some sort of like Marvel villain or something to compare it to.
Yeah.
Because there isn't anything really.
He's the tall, skinny guy that's always right next to the big bad in Marvel. The tall, I forget what his name is.
I know, but like Thanos' little fucking minion that that's like super telekinetic and fights Doctor Strange. Yeah, I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that guy. So, Justin, we might only have one episode at the time. It's a
I'm
real
it's kind of feeling that way, unfortunately. I'm hoping I'm wrong because I would love to see it be able to play out because it's getting better and better. People are definitely hyping it and it's definitely getting a following. So I hope that it happens, but they're definitely tying it up so that they can leave it in a way that's like, I don't want to say satisfying, but you still have this kind of half a story, but you have at least a solid place where you can pick up from, whether it's, a different, network or whatever. But I don't know, with Sony behind it and stuff like some of the stuff they done, I saw this metric. Breaking Bad was one that really didn't jump off till like season 3. It was a good show, but that's when it really, really got popular. And they stuck with that and, through that. And then there's just a few other shows that were kind of the same. So I'm hoping based on like a past track record, especially with the jump in what seems to be ratings and stuff this season, that we will get to do more. I would almost wonder if they do more, will they let Rafe or will they hire a, consultant to come help out with some
yeah,
because while there was a lot of fan service this season and there were things that were much, much better, most of the things that were much better were literally them, trying to be as book accurate as possible and just cramming it down your throat. It was fine. A lot of times they did a really, really good job editing and everything else, but you can still feel it, unfortunately.
yeah,
And I'd love to have 10 episodes. I feel like it wouldn't feel that way. But there are plenty of shows that manage to do great things in 8 or 10 episodes.
yeah,
We
yeah.
watched Yellow Jackets. They have very full seasons at 9 and 10 episodes. I was just watching something else the other day that only had 8 or 9. Oh, Last of Us, 9 episodes, I
Yeah.
think, per season, and just killed it. So, I know Wheel of Time is very huge, but I feel like that's a little bit of an excuse at this point. You've had enough time to set up. You can leave some shit out that like I said, whatever, Alana and Maxim, but it's like it's just something you
You
don't
can
need.
you can negotiate. Like if filming on a soundstage will guarantee you another year, then fucking go to a soundstage.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that too,
Like
and
I
I'm not
love
mad about it.
like I said, I would gladly trade these amazing shots and scene areas for a Buffy show. And just like I think here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Now that I'm 4 books in and 3 seasons in, you can't turn the Wheel of Time book series into a show as it is. You can make a Wheel of Time show, but I don't think the only way you can turn these 15 books into a good show is if you're independently wealthy and you can just fuck do it no matter what. Like it's too epic. It's too up and down. There's too many characters. There's too many storylines. You're going to alienate people one way or the other. And if you're too loyal to the books, a lot of the book people won't care because they're like, I fucking read the book. I'm done, or you're going to piss off the other people. And
Yeah.
I think trying to find a wheel of I don't know what you would do. Like I would have to read the rest of the books to really know what show to do because you're going to piss off a lot of people too if you just do a 3 season Aiel, but you almost need to do don't even sell it like the people who know will know what the Aiel are. Otherwise, if you're just coming on to learn about this cool tribe, it'll be a fun show. And then you do another you really have to piecemeal this into the zeitgeist. You can't just and I'm saying this hoping that they can. I hope they figure it out. I hope that it's big enough that they get a season 4 and it starts to build. Like it finally catches fire and people just want to see all 16 seasons. That's great.
Yeah.
But I think because you either have to go super duper slow to build the world and you're going to lose a bunch of people, or you have to go too fast and it's going to
Well,
get
and if you go too slow, all these actors are gonna age out.
yeah
They
yeah
just are. You can't if you're gonna fucking drop a season every 3rd year, it's just
oh
not gonna work out.
yeah.
And I think that is as big of a hurdle for this as anything else. I think just, fucking Rand's gonna be 35 if you get 3 more seasons minimum.
I mean,
So like at what point do you fucking be like, okay, fucking parents grandpa?
like it would be super cool to Harry Potter these and do 15 movies, but that's going to take 25 years. And like you said, at the rate we're going, it's going to take us 25 years to get through 8 seasons of this.
That's the thing, it's like I'm positive and I want to see more, but my inner cynic just says this is it, man, and that's okay. But I don't know, man. I don't I think that when you look at everything, like you said, let's just say they're like, okay, we're going to do 3 more seasons. So hypothetically, 3 more seasons is going to take,
10
let's say
years?
they do it fast. Let's say they do it fast, 7 years. Brand's going to be 40, 37. And movie magic, whatever, whatever. Um, but you don't think these people are going to want to do other things with their career?
Yeah.
Besides being on this fucking set for a year and a half every time, like that's a lot to ask of anyone in a career. And unless you're that dedicated to this, or you can't get any other work,
And
I hate to
you're
call actor, but
so
where's my motivation, dude? Like, why would they do that? And it's not like they're getting paid ungodly amounts of money for the show, I'm sure.
yeah. And
Um,
if any of these actors catch fire, then
yeah, let's just say like there's a new Marvel movie and Perrin gets cast as Thor. Deuces, motherfucker.
exactly.
Rand gets cast as the new gay Captain America because nobody likes black Captain America. Like you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
You know what the answer is? Cartoon. You gotta animate it, because then they don't age out,
They could still voice it.
And Rand can do that voice for 30 years.
Yeah, why
And
not?
then like you said, and then you get people excited about the property, and then you could do it every like I would I
Then you could reboot it in 10 years and like make it great.
I think you need to do offshoots. I think you need to I think you need to do like it's funny because I don't watch any of the Star Wars
Bro, I
shows.
mean, that's not a terrible idea. Let's say it ended right here. You could do a parent story that, Rand pops up in from time to time because they are separated for a good chunk of the book for this.
Yeah.
Matt pops up from time to time where you see Nynaeve. Oh, how's Matt? You know what I mean? So, I mean, that could be done in a really good way too. But I mean, I just feel like I kind of shit all over this episode. There were a lot of things I liked, but there was some stuff that I was just kind of like,
Well,
oh,
even in the goodness of it, it just shows the inconsistency in the whole show, and that's the
like from scene
whole
to scene.
problem is the inconsistency.
Like when Perrin and Fael were fighting, and she's like, "Stay behind me and take out the ones I missed." Like that was a dope scene. She was fucking shit up, dude, and he's smashing people with the axe and hammer, which was great. So yeah, I thought that was cool.
Everybody, please. I hate to beg. I don't want to be a beggar, but man, if we could get an audience to show up next week, now that for the finale and the whole season, we're going to be talking about this season some more. We're going to be talking about each episode some more. I'm going to let people in on a little, just because I mentioned it to Fatty. So we're gonna have a 2-minute business meeting right now. So I think is what I'm going to do, Fatty, is I'm gonna need to take a couple weeks off in May. But I think is what I'll do is I don't think I'm going to take as much time off as I was afraid I was going to have to. What I'll probably do is we'll still do some live episodes, but is what I probably won't re-release them on my podcast thing, because that
What do you mean?
when I package it and put it on iTunes and stuff like that takes me 2 to 3 hours to do all that.
Okay.
So what I'm
We'll just
gonna
be doing them here.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'll go back to it eventually, because I think business wise, I need to do it. But just to keep us from having too long of a total hiatus, I need to find a job out there, people. That's what I need to do. I love doing this. I enjoy doing this. I have tried my fucking damnedest for the last 5 years to turn this in my paying job. It's not working, but I still want to do it. I still love doing it. I still love
Talent
talking all the
sucks. It's not
time.
your fault.
I, I mean, look at who I'm saddled with. The good host. The good host left. I mean, Jeremy just
Yeah.
took off.
No, I was stuck with a drunk fucking idiot, just fucking babbles the entire time, steps on my jokes.
No butts.
Takes 4 hours.
No
Takes fucking 4 hours.
but yeah, so I just need to once I get a job and I can pay some bills, then this is still the greatest hobby in the world, and I'm gonna keep doing it till it pays somehow, some way. When
And if
Jeff,
Wheel of Time stops, we'll just go back to fucking Movies R Us because that shit was fun. And maybe Jeremy will come back too, since better host. Saying.
Well, I love you, Justin. I love all of our listeners out there. Next Thursday, 8 p.m. Come talk with us about the season finale, possibly the series finale. We won't know for a while now. But we're gonna keep talking about it. Justin and I are gonna have some fun. We'll have some recaps. Justin and I want to like this show, and this was a perfect episode to just show how hard that is sometimes. Justin and I might just let our inner dragon loose and just do a hate watch of the whole series.
I think what we should do is do a live rewatch of the entire thing and just like the player haters ball, just destroy it just for fun.
Yeah.
Especially if it doesn't get reviewed, that'll be like a nice just Viking funeral for everything.
Totally.
It'll be a ton of fun. We could probably get some guests on that'll help us shit on it. And just not shit on it, just, have some.
Hey, you know what? It's
time for bed.
Okay.
At this many episodes, it's exactly 24 hours long. So we'll just do a marathon. We'll do a midnight to midnight hate watch marathon.
Honestly, I might die if we did that. But it sounds amazing. I don't know.
So
You said to my wife to the fucking, but you gotta go. It's 10 a.m. Goes to give me some whiskey and sandwich.
No, we'll make her and Kelly do a 3-hour block so we can get a nap.
Let's talk about SVU.
All right, Justin.
And then that one episode where Stabler beat up the pedophile is my favorite. There were 17 episodes like that. Which one?
Oh, we're gonna find. Well, I love you, Justin. I love our listeners. Keep listening, keep hanging out, keep sending us some emails. What the hell is our thankthe_light@gmail.com. Yeah. And then when this show tanks, tell us what else to talk about. We're gonna be showing up. We're gonna be showing up talking anyways. It might as well be something.
I want Movies Are Us again, man. Like once this is done, I want to go back to. I was having a blast with that shit, and we got a lot of movies to blast.
I am super down for that.
Sweet. Well, I love you, brother. Let me know how we want to go after this next episode, and may you always find water in shades, nerds.
We definitely have 2 more. We'll do the season finale, and then we'll do a full wrap up. Sorry to interrupt your outro.
No. I know we're gonna have probably at least even if they canceled it tomorrow, we'd still have probably 10 episodes to do. But put your dagger in your horn box, and just remember, fucking wetlanders, dude. Even the shadow runners are soft.
Oh, see y'all next week, sheep tutors. Thank you for listening to Thank the Light, the Wheel of Time podcast. Do yourself a favor. Tune in live on YouTube at What Sounds Awesome. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And check us out in
I can't hear it.
time. Get your questions and comments read on air, or just be the first to hear us. If you can't be here live, please.
But it sounds
send
like
your
it too.
questions and comments to thankthe_light@gmail.com. That sounds like this.
Until
thankthe_light@gmail.com. Until then,
hey, what are you guys doing?
Put your dagger in the horn box.
Later, brother.
See you later.
No, that's imaginary, but I'm a masterpiece. You know I do it for me. And all my colors and paints, all my lines and my shapes, every move that I make, I am not basic, it's self-explanatory. I am a masterpiece. You know I do it for me. Just the way I like it, yeah.
By Desmond McNeese for We Mixed It, LLC. Go to whatsoundsawesome.com. And this is where the hilarious outtake would appear.